Hey, welcome to podcast 12. Today we're going to have an amazing podcast with beautiful and amazing talented person. So he's the co-founder with India's most reputed author coaching company, Super Fast Author. Founder directed at India's fastest growing publishing company, Wings Publishing International Private Limited. Director with international business consulting company, Vencapt Private Limited, Director with Plantain Farmers Producer Company Limited. So, Sir is publisher, angel investor, career counselor, soft skills trainer, motivational speaker, life coach, relationship coach, parenting coach, business coach, image consultant, certified EFT healer, Reiki grandmaster, mind programmer, and social activist. So there are many. If I have to talk and introduce sir. So without any further delay, let's call upon Deepak Parbat sir. Hello sir, how are you doing today?
Thank you, Hrudai.
Thank you sir.
I'm doing great. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thank you so much sir for spending your precious time with me today in this podcast and sharing your thoughts here.
Pleasure is all mine. Thank you.
Thank you so much sir. Yeah. So let's start with the podcast. So what is your earliest childhood memory, sir? If I have to take you back to your childhood.
Uh, I was a very average student, and I never liked to study. I never liked to go to school. So that is my childhood. But I was very active in other activities, like I was interested in cultural activities. I was interested in debating competitions. I was
Oh,
interested in sports competitions. So I was more inclined towards those activities and those areas, but studies and exams and classes, that was not me.
that's
So till I finished my 10th, I was a very average student. But I took my education seriously afterwards, and then I completed my master's degrees and my PhD and everything after that. So eventually, I realized that education is also important. No doubt, other things are important, but education, formal qualification, getting knowledge from various institutions and mentors, that is very essential. So when I realized this, I started taking things seriously.
amazing. So now when we are talking about your childhood, now in your school days, what was that one memory that you can remember, sir?
The saddest memory was the last day of my 10th, when we all friends were together. We had collected our results, and then that was our last day in our school. And then afterwards, we never knew that when are we going to meet next, and
Yes.
where we will be after few years. And obviously, this was long back, so obviously we did not have mobile phones like what you have today.
Yes.
Excuse me. Sorry.
No,
So,
it's
so we did not have mobile phones. Then obviously Facebook, Instagram, these kind of social media handles were also not there.
yes.
So it was a very difficult time for me. So like, going away,
Mm.
I'm so sorry.
No
Going
problem.
going away from friends, not knowing when we are going to be together next time, and again thinking of how we are going to be in touch with each other. We had spent around 10 years together. Almost all my close friends were together right from my first standard till 10th standard.
Mm.
So obviously it was a
Yes.
great time what we spent together. But that was a very sad moment for me. And when I think of my childhood, this is one day that comes to my mind again and again.
Great, sir. So now, if you have to compare the generation, so in 19s, right, 90s, That time, no, we did not have, you guys did not have any phone, no, any type of these gadgets.
Forget about mobile phones. We did not even have a landline phone in our houses.
Right. So if we have to compare, like those days, we did not have anything. Now we have everything. It is advanced. So how were the days that time, and now how are the days for you, sir?
See, that time when we friends were together for studies, for time pass, for sports, or for whatever, we were together physically, and we were together psychologically, and we were together emotionally.
Yes.
There were no distractions in our hand, no distractions in front of our eyes, and no distractions behind us. When we were with our friends or when we were with our relatives, we were completely with them. Here, uh, now today also, when we old friends meet, and then obviously, not very frequently, but whenever we meet, one person is checking his WhatsApp, the other one is answering to calls, the third one in between is browsing for his emails. So we are together physically, but not complete, not 100%. So there are plenty of distractions, I would say. In a way, it is good, but because you should advance with the technology. But when it comes to relationship and when it comes to bonding, togetherness, attachment, all the distractions should be kept aside. So eventually, we made one rule in our friends that we will not check our friends when we are together. We will not check our friend phones when we are together. We will keep our phones away, and whoever touches the phone first pays the bill. So if a call comes and then you are picking it, it's a different story. But it is not ringing, it is
Yeah.
just lying away, and then you're picking it up. Then whoever touches the phone first, it's a penalty for him. So that is
Good
one
one.
rule we have started,
Yeah.
and it's a fun.
Yeah. Yeah. So, audience, if you're watching this podcast, even I will now mention that even you can start this rule how Deepak sir started in your friends or any type of group that you want to start off with. Yeah, that's a good one, right? So that no, we are with our friends or family or wherever we are with
Be
them
there
complete.
with your heart,
Yes,
not just physically. Be
yeah,
there, and you are there because you wanted to be there, right? No
yes,
one has forced you.
yes,
So enjoy that company, enjoy that moment.
great, beautiful. So now, who was your biggest inspiration as a child?
Sorry, I lost you in between. Who was?
Who was your biggest inspiration as a child?
Ah, as a child,
Yeah,
Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was my idol. I always wanted to be like Arnold. I started going to gym. I started exercising, looking at him. I bought his encyclopedia and I watched his movies. And he was my idol. I always wanted to be like him physically. Uh, of course, it was not easy, and I could not go even closer. But yes, he was my childhood hero, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
amazing. So, what was your favorite game or toy growing up?
My game was hockey. I was a hockey player during my school days, and whenever we used to get time, I always used to go and play with my friends, either hockey or kabaddi. These were two of my favorite games.
I think now also you play that good.
I don't play anything right now.
Oh,
These days, I hardly get time. But yes, during my college days, my taste in sports and preferences changed. This hockey and kabaddi was my favorite sports when I was in school. When I went to my college, then I started doing boxing, and then eventually I started doing rifle shooting. I started doing windsurfing in a river near Pune, and then horse riding was another favorite game. Then I started doing motocross. So I majorly graduated towards adventure sports.
Amazing, sir. So now, did you have a childhood dream? Are you living it now?
Not actually. My childhood dreams were different when I was small, but when I grew up, my dreams changed, and now when I'm in my 50s, my dreams are completely different. So, uh, whatever I want to do right now in my coming days, those were not my childhood dreams when I was small, and whatever I had dreamt of, those dreams have long gone. To be very frank, I always wanted to be a bus conductor when I
Oh,
was small, in my first, second, third standard, and I used to travel by bus. I always wanted to be bus conductor because his bag was full of money. And I always thought, array, so much of money. When I grow up, I want to be bus conductor. He always carries bag full of cash. But yeah, that was childish.
now you have a house full of money.
Tathastu, God bless you.
Yeah, that's true. You
Tathastu.
have it. Law of attraction.
Law of
Yeah,
attraction. Yes, that's why. God bless. God bless.
yeah. You have it already. So now, what inspired you to start your journey as an author, coach, and entrepreneur, sir?
I have around 25, 30 years of corporate experience in the field of human resources, HR. And during that 25, 30 years, I interviewed plenty of candidates. I selected them, I rejected them, and then I conducted plenty of training programs. And then almost all the functions of HR were handled by me within India, outside India, for big multinational companies. So during 25 years, 30 years, I had gathered great information in my mind, great exposure, great experience, and great information. And then slowly I realized that if this information remains inside my head, then it is of no use to any outsider. Definitely it is of use to me, but outsider, no one gets benefit. Then I decided to write my first book, that is Well Done, You Are Hired. It is majorly on the soft skills and employability skills and behavioral skills. It is majorly for those students who are in the last phase of their formal education, who will be getting into corporate life very soon. They're preparing themselves for uh, the campus interviews or the job interviews. So for them, it is like a guide, it is like a Bible, which gives them complete idea on various aspects of HR. When the recruiter is taking your interview or you are going through selection rounds and recruitment rounds, what exactly is happening in the mind of HR and what you should do to get selected, what you should avoid so that you don't get rejected. So, from that perspective, I wrote my first book. That was the inspiration for becoming the author. And then afterwards, after few months or after few years, I came into publishing business. I was an entrepreneur before that. I had started my training and development company 2 years prior to writing my book. So I became entrepreneur first. I came out of my job and I started my entrepreneurship journey. I continued it for 2, 3 years, and then I decided to write a book. And then after 2 years, I still do trainings, but training has become a secondary activity for me now. My major activity is publishing and business consulting, and there are two, three other activities. So training has become a low priority for me currently because of the time it needs. Whenever you go to any corporate or any company, they need a batch and they want you to spend a 2 day program there for 2 days or 3 days to conduct a batch or something like. But getting that kind of time is not easy these days because of my busy schedule. So I'm not taking my training assignments very seriously these days, but my other businesses are running very well.
Amazing. Before we continue, sir, thank you so much from my bottom of my heart for accepting this invite and sharing your knowledge with us today.
You're
Thank you
you're
so
like a
much.
friend. You're like a friend to me, Hriday. So
Thank you
obviously,
so much, sir.
we are just chit-chatting. I'm trying to share my views, opinions, and thoughts. That's all.
Thank you so much for your kind words. No, you're so down to earth person and so caring. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So students who are watching this, if you're about to finish your formal education and looking for jobs or any other thing, so you can go up to Amazon and search first book, and you
Well
can,
done. Well
well done.
done. You are hired.
Yeah, so you can click the link which is in my description right now, and you can now buy that. So we have put the search book in the description box, right? So that people can buy it. Right. Thank you so much, sir. So well crafted and well defined of how did you become, what's your inspiration of author, coach, and entrepreneur, sir.
Right.
So can you share a defining moment in your life that shaped your career?
Oh, nothing could shape my career. Even today, nothing has shaped my career. In fact, it has been a roller coaster ride for me. You must have seen people changing jobs
Yes.
from one company to another and then another company. People keep on changing jobs in their entire career. Things have been little different with me. Uh, I did not only change my job, many times I changed my career. I worked in different fields. I started after I have done my MBA marketing, and I started my career after my post graduation in a company on a profile of marketing, sales and marketing.
Mm.
So initially my profile was sales and marketing. Then I came into HR, and then I was in. That is the longest tenure of my career. I stayed in HR field for almost 25 years. Then I came out of it and joined one educational institute. I became professor in one management institution. Then eventually I became the head of the department and the dean of the college. And then that was completely different. I started teaching. That I did for 3 4 years. Then I came out of that job and started my journey as entrepreneur and as a trainer. Then I started my publishing company. So I became a publisher. Then after a few years, I started my business consulting company, where we coach businesses to grow and expand. So I become a business coach. Then I come from a farmer background. My three, four, five generations were farmers. So obviously I wanted to do something in that field of agriculture. So 2 years ago I started my another company where we work with farmers and we try and give good market to their agricultural produce. So that company I started. So people change jobs. I have changed my careers, and with God's grace, I have done well in every part of my career or every part of my profession, and God has been very kind with me.
Fantastic, sir. And he will be.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So this is very interesting, I think. How do you manage so many roles while maintaining balance in life?
Oh, I don't maintain balance in life. Right now, also, I'm sitting
But
in.
we can see through your actions.
I'm still in office. Typically, my office hours are 12 to 13, 14 hours. I'm on the job. I sleep for 6 10 hours. Uh, I'm on stage on most of the Saturdays and most of the Sundays conducting sessions. Uh, my agricultural business is around 350 400 kilometers away from Pune. I stay in Pune, Maharashtra. So that place is approximately 350 400 kilometers away. So I travel a lot. I go to those premises at least once in 10 days, once in 15 days. So I travel a lot. So obviously, phone and laptop and mobile is my office, and lengthy hours, heavy working hours, and obviously a stressful day, but yes, productive days. So when you talk about balancing life, it is a dream of many busy people like me that I should give time to my family, I should give time to my relatives, I should be with my friends, and I should at least spend some time with myself, which I do in the morning when I do my meditation sessions. So at least spending time with myself, with universe, with God, that much I can do for 30-40 minutes a day. But other than that, attending social functions, attending marriages, and attending some social gatherings, that's not happening these days. So balancing life is not easy. You actually can't balance things when you have different priorities. If family is your priority, then obviously you take care of your family more, and then you ignore the professional life. When professional life is your priority, your all focus is on profession and work and growth, and then your family, I wouldn't say suffer, but that becomes your second priority.
Yes.
And then obviously your social life and your friends and relatives and social functions and events, that also becomes your second priority or third priority. So balancing life is not at all difficult, especially in busy cities like Pune, Mumbai, Delhi, where traffic is a big problem. And
Yes.
whenever you go out of your office, you spend a lot of time
Yeah.
in that traffic, and then it's a waste of time, I would say. You are on one place for a couple of minutes. So I would say, if someone says that I'm managing everything and I'm balancing everything, I must admire him and I must learn something from him. At least I'm not able to do it. For me, my work, my business, my profession is priority number one, and then of course my family, and whenever I get time, my friends and relatives and everything. So balancing is not easy.
Yes. So now, what challenges did you face while building your companies and how did you overcome them?
The biggest challenge is whenever you enter any new field, you have to learn a lot
Yes.
because the whole thing is new. Your clients are new, your customers are new, the whole process is new, and the troubles and the challenges of that business are new. So you have to learn from scratch. You have to dedicate a lot of time and efforts. You have to talk to people, understand from them. You make mistakes, you face losses, and then eventually you learn from it, and then uh, you understand what you are supposed to do and what you are not supposed to do, and then change the procedures, change the practices. So that requires a lot of dedication and a lot of commitment. If that thing is missing, then learning anything new, forget about business, I would say anything new in your life, if the commitment and dedication is missing, you can't learn new things.
Yes.
At the same time, you should be ready to accept losses or setbacks in the initial phases. If you think that I'll start a business and from day one it will be profitable, from day one I will be productive, from day one I will be selling thousands and lakhs of units, and from day one I will have thousands of clients and customers, that is not going to have that is not going to happen. You have to build strategically, you have to grow strategically, and slowly and steadily you will make progress. So patience is the key. If you don't have patience, if you can't
Okay.
work hard, if you are not focused, if you are not committed, then things are really difficult.
Right. So, what is the philosophy that drives you every single day, sir?
Uh, there is only one philosophy I'm looking at currently, that uh, every month I should be donating at least 1 crore rupees for social causes,
Okay.
orphanages, old age homes, poor and needy people, and then injured animals, and water conservation, and environment protection. There are plenty of good causes around where I should be contributing. Obviously, I can't contribute from the effort point of view because time is not allowing me. But at least whoever is doing the great work in that area, I should be helping him. So I think the best I can do in my capacity is to donate some money so that they can do the work seriously or maybe more efficiently. So my target is that I should be donating minimum 1 crore rupees per month for all such good social causes. And obviously that's a long way from here, but
Mm.
I have taken that target and I am marching towards it.
Great, great. All the very best, sir.
Thank you.
So, Tatastu, congratulations, you have already achieved and you have
Thank you.
donated 1 crore rupees.
Thank you. 1 crore rupees per month. And
Yes,
that is minimum.
yeah, 1 crore rupees per month.
If I can do more, I would be more than happy.
Yes, you will be, sir. And no people, because of your work, people are working happily and no spending their precious time with their friends, family, or yeah, because of you.
Great.
So,
Thanks.
if we are talking about books and your writing, sir, so what motivated you to write Well Done, You Are Hired, and A Monk in Suit?
Well done, you are hired. I have already told
Yes.
what is the inspiration behind it. My second book is on modern spirituality. It's a way of life. I'm a very spiritual person, and but I'm not that typical traditional religious person. I don't go to mandirs very frequently. I don't do pujas and yadnas very frequently. I don't do mantra japs very frequently. I don't wear bhagwa clothes at all. I wear business suits and business attire. But inside, I'm a very spiritual person. So that is what I have tried to explain in my book, A Monk in Suit, because when you look at it, look at me, I'm in a business suit. But don't think that I'm a businessman. I'm a businessman by profession, but inside I'm a monk.
Yes.
So I have tried to give my philosophy of looking at things. In my book Monk in Suit, I have given clarity on importance of gratitude, importance of forgiveness, and then the power of prayer. And then I have spoken of law of karma, and then I have given importance of patience, and obviously, I have spoken about law of attraction, and there are these kind of things which I have explained in a modern perspective, and obviously, I have learned these principles not from the typical traditional religious books. I have learned these principles, and obviously, I have practiced them from the experiences I had in past. So I had connected all these learnings with some experience of mine. And then obviously I have formed my beliefs and my philosophy. So that is what I have tried to give in my book, Monk in Suit.
Super, sir. The Monk in Suit is very, very fascinating and beautiful name, sir.
Thank you.
I'm loving this name. Beautiful.
Thanks.
Can you share a key lesson from your books that can help listeners in their career or personal life?
You want me to share it from my first book, Well Done, You Are Hired, or you want me
No, I
to?
want you to share it from a monk in suit, if you
Okay.
can.
My book begins with one chapter that is purpose of life. I'll just ask you one question so that we get to the answer of it. Hriday, what's your age?
17.
17. Okay. Uh, what have you done in last 17 years which will make yourself proud and your family proud and your soul proud? What was the purpose of your journey so far?
Yeah. So, very caring, helping, greeting people in a way that they are happy, and with my heart I welcome them whenever I see them. And one more thing is I just give love to them, and I just want to receive love.
Fantastic. So you have developed good habits.
Yes.
But many of us are born, many of us die, and they do not realize what was or what is the purpose of their life. What is the purpose? Why God has sent us on this planet? To do job? To do business? To study?
Mm.
What was the purpose of our soul, our existence? If we can understand this, if we can search this, and if we can follow this, our life is fulfilled. And the only ultimate purpose all of us has is spread happiness.
Right.
Whatever way possible, spread happiness.
Mm.
So that's the purpose. And if we can understand it, if we can realize it, and of course, if we can practice it, the Almighty is happy with us. No?
Yes.
That is what He wanted us to do, and that is what we are doing.
Right.
So His blessings will always shower on us. So understand the purpose of your life and then go for it.
Yeah. So, audience, I hope that you have and you are understanding this. So, spread happiness so that you get showers of flowers like blessings.
Of course, yes.
What advice would you give to aspiring authors?
Aspiring authors is a breed, I would say, who has plenty of material hidden in their head. They're talented, they're skilled, they're experienced, they're well qualified, and they have seen such things which they want to write or present in terms of their books. So either they can write stories, short stories, novels, poetry, so fiction part of it, imaginary part of it, or with the help of their experience and knowledge and whatever creativity they have, they can write a self-help category of book. Just like when you're hired, I have taken experience in field of HR and then I have tried to share that knowledge. So anyone who has that kind of knowledge or that kind of experience can share their knowledge. So you can write a self-help book based on your profession, based on your area of expertise, based on your area of specialization. So you can write that. Third is, in your life, you have faced some challenges, you have overcome some obstacles, you have definitely done something which very few people do. And then you have learned your lessons, and now you want to share those lessons with the world so that someone who is facing similar kind of challenges in their life, they can get inspired, they can get ray of hope, and they can come out of it. So these are some areas which are typically very famous, very popular for writing a book on. So I personally feel that everyone can write a book, everyone should write a book because everyone of us has seen some part of the world. We have experienced something which was unique, which was different than someone else. So no doubt we all have something which we can write in the form of book and then present it to the world. Then of course we should write.
Great, sir. Amazing. How do you see the future of publishing, especially in India?
The future is not very promising to me, unfortunately, because the reading habits are going down. Especially the younger generation is not reading physical books. Their patience levels have gone down. I'm not saying everyone, but yes, most of it. And when obviously their patience level and their reading habits have gone down, then obviously a book sale has gone down. And then obviously many good authors, they don't want to publish their books because they feel demotivated that who's going to read, who's going to borrow my book and who's going to get benefited? So many good writers are feeling demotivated. So, uh, as not as an author, not as a publisher, but as a common man, I feel sad looking at this situation because whenever I was in my school days, we used to read a lot. I still read a lot. I make sure that at least in 1 week I finish one book. So minimum 50 books a year I read. So that is my target. And obviously, these books are not those books which come to me for publishing. Uh, uh, these are the books which I would surely read because someone has recommended or I have came across those books as great books. These are those books. Those books which I come across while doing publishing,
Mm.
those are different. That's not my passion. That's not my uh, area of interest. That's my profession. So obviously, I don't read them all. I just take a glance. But there are certain books which I read completely, and I make sure that minimum 50 books a year I read. Uh, but I don't see younger generation doing this. Very unfortunate. I feel sad for it, but obviously change trends are changing, days are changing. So
So,
let them do what they want to do.
so audience keep that trend of reading books the same. Show Deepak sir. So if you can show Deepak sir that you can read the book, buy any of these books or buy all the three books and show sir. Right, do that and also tag me on Instagram if you have read the book. Let me know what's the summary of the book and what did you learn from the book. I know that you would have learned many things if you have read only one book. You'll have thousands of knowledge that you can share, which sir has put that knowledge in the book. So read that and tag me on Instagram. Then I shall give the responses to sir whatever you have given.
Great.
Can advise or would you want to give advice that how this writing books or these type of writing can help people?
Of course, once your writing part is over and once your book is published and then it is printed and it is come in the market, uh, I give a very strange suggestion or recommendation to many of our authors that don't sell your books. Give them. Give them. If you really want to do well in your career, especially when you have written a self-help category of book, if you really want to grow in your career, you really want to earn a lot of money, you want to earn a lot of respect, and you want to establish yourself as a brand in that industry or that field, start gifting your books. Gifting books is going to get you to a different level altogether. By selling books, you will earn peanuts, pennies by selling books. But by gifting, you will surely, with the right advice and with the right strategy, if you start gifting, when I'm saying gifting means it is not a pamphlet where you will start, you will stand on road and you will start distributing. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about distributing means giving it to your target audience, your potential clients, your potential customers, who are capable of giving you more business. So gifting them. So if you start doing it, very soon you will be playing in, if not crores, at least in lakhs. So it's a
So
different strategy. If someone is interested, they can get in touch with me. I can throw more light on this. But yes, selling your book will earn you hundreds and thousands. Gifting your books will earn you lakhs and crores. Choice is yours.
so when we now talk about this healing, and even I'm also a healer, so I love healing and I'm also a spiritual person, right? So now, what is healing, sir?
Ah, difficult question to answer. Healing is something is wrong with you, either physically or emotionally or psychologically, and that is bothering you, that is troubling you, and someone is there to help you, take you out of it, reduce your pain, reduce your difficulty, make your life easy, make things easy for you. Uh, that is healing in simple words. And to do that, there are plenty of modalities.
Mm.
I know a few, but I'm sure there would be many beyond my knowledge. So Reiki, pranic healing, crystal healing, numerology, graphology, and access bars, and whatnot. So there are plenty of modalities. Of course, learning those modalities and being expert of those will take some time, will take a lot of efforts. But this is another area where you can again help people. If you are a healer and if you see someone is in pain, you can do something for him.
Yes.
So healing is one sort of contribution from my side. So I don't do it professionally because that's not my profession. That's my passion. That's my liking. So I do Reiki healing, I do pranic healings, and I do EFT healing. That's one beautiful modality. So whenever I see someone is in problem around me, known one particularly, unknown people, I don't do healings because I hardly get time to do that. But someone known person has any kind of issues or problems, I make sure that with the help of healing, I try and help them. So that's another way of contributing in their life positively from my side.
So, what are the most common challenges people face in their careers and relationships?
There are 4 or 5 areas where we face most of our challenges. One is career. It can be job, it can be business. So career, then money.
Yes.
Third is family or relationship, whatever you want to. Then your spiritual growth, your self-actualization. So family, money, career, relationships, spirituality. These are 4 or 5 areas. Health, of course, we can't ignore health. So these are 4 or 5 areas where most of us struggle in some or the other area.
Right.
And I don't think there is anything beyond this.
Yes. Now, can you share a success story of someone who transformed their life, like with your known healing person or any of your coaching?
There are plenty of success stories when I do business coaching or whenever I do life coaching. There are plenty of stories. Someone who had decided to commit suicide has cancelled his plan, now doing beautifully in his career, and his family is very happy. He is very happy. So that's one success story. Obviously, I don't want to take his name. So from that stage where he had decided to commit a suicide, and now with an established career and with a happy family, he's there. So with the help of life coaching, he could come out of it. Then there are plenty of good business success stories where the business were facing losses and they were not doing well, and they had a lot of loans and financial problems, and with the right strategies they could expand their business from one city to another, from one shop to 10 other shops, from India to abroad. They could grow. And then obviously there are plenty of, like, you ask for one, I'll be speaking for at least 2 3 hours.
Yeah,
uh,
yeah, that's
so from business angle and from professional angle, we do a lot of coaching and consulting. So business coaching is one, life coaching is one. From healing, I don't do much of healing. As I mentioned, I don't
yeah,
do healing for unknown people because I hardly know anything about them. So before doing healing, I should be spending time to understand what is their
understand.
problem, what is their background, what
Yes.
kind of baggage they are carrying. and then only I can help them. And especially when I do not know whether that person is in a positive state or a negative state, and then that sometimes requires a lot of time and a lot of efforts. So that's why I don't do it with unknown people. I prefer doing it with known people, so that at least I know their background, I know uh, their their likings, and I
Yes.
know their family history, and I know their professional history. So things become little easy for me. Uh, but otherwise, on healing front, great stories are obviously not there. But for business and life coaching, plenty, plenty. We
Yes.
have been doing it for years together, and over a period of time, we could create great success stories.
Beautiful, amazing. Sir, if you are okay, can I also share my success story through
Please,
healing? Yeah.
please,
So
please.
once no, the unknown person, I don't know, and she joined my program, healing program, right? So that time, like she had mentioned that no, when I have to understand her problem and her challenge. So when I'm about to understand, when I'm asking her a couple of questions, and before I asked, she told that I have some problem. Can I share? I said, wait, I will get to that problem. I have to ask few questions. So she had a severe problem, and that was problem like she wanted to run away from her house and she didn't wanted to be in her house and no she was crying in tears and no I said wait don't cry and she didn't listen so I put music I said just close your eyes and just keep your hands on your heart those two sentences and then I started playing music and she followed my instructions and within just 10 minutes believe me or not she told me that no I will not run away from my house I will fill in my purpose in life
Fantastic. You have done a great job. Fantastic.
and that
You
filled
could
my
actually
happiness
change someone's life that day.
yes
Fantastic. Lovely.
yeah so moving forward how do you integrate spirituality in business success.
Very simple. Very, very simple. See, what is spirituality? When you don't lie, when you don't cheat,
Hmm,
whatever you money or whatever amount you take from someone else, you try and deliver or give more than that.
hmm,
You are being genuine. You are being honest. More than your profit, you are thinking about someone else's benefit.
yes
You start doing that, you are a spiritual person in business. What else is spirituality in business?
yes
And people get
amazing
benefited, they recommend more people to you, you get more business, and there are more people who are getting benefited. So it's a win-win situation. They get benefit, you get business. Simple.
Great. So, sir, I want to ask you this question that how do you differentiate between a coach and a mentor, sir? How important is it in our lives to have coach or a mentor?
It is very, very, very essential and important to have a coach or a mentor in your life, without which we will always suffer. We will not achieve what we want to achieve, because coach or mentor is that person who has seen or who has achieved what we are planning to achieve or we wish to
Yes.
achieve. So he already knows the path. He has traveled that path. So he knows the hurdles. He knows the difficulties, and he can guide us. If that person is not there, then we will be inventing our own wheel, and we will be wasting our own
Right.
time and
Time.
efforts, and we will be struggling more. But if we hold hands of our coaches or our mentors, they know best practices.
Hmm.
They know shortest routes. They know easiest uh, methods, and
Yes.
they can simply guide you. And with their help and right advice, you can walk that path and get what you want to have easily. So, and obviously, in your life, you should not have only one mentor. You should
Hmm.
have multiple mentors, because every coach or every mentor's specialty is different.
Yes.
He can't be just like school. In school also, for different subject, we have different teachers.
Mm.
One teacher can't teach us all the subjects. He teaches one particular subject because he's a master of that subject. He might, he can probably teach us another subject, but he might not be a master of that subject. He's a master of something. Like for example, if he's a master of history, probably he can teach us great history. He can give us great history lessons, but he might not teach us good mathematics.
Mm.
Same way, in our life, if you have someone who is a spiritual coach, for example, Sadhguru,
Mm.
Sri Ravi Shankar ji, they are great spiritual coaches. But can they give me business advices? Can they give me growth advices? Can they give me financial advices? No, probably no. Then I need a different person as my business mentor. Same thing. I'm facing some health challenges, and then I decide to improve my health. Then I need one expert mentor who can give me health coaching.
Yes.
So financial coaching, health coaching, if I want to learn something technical, then technical coaching or spiritual coaching. These are totally different areas, and you will surely find great teachers, great coaches, great mentors in every field. So whatever is your need, whatever is your dream, go and search for a good mentor. And once you start working with them, follow them blindly. Do whatever they decide to do and whatever they want you to do. Sometimes these coaches make you very uncomfortable, and that is required because they are pulling you out of your comfort zones, and that is essential for growth. So you might not realize it that moment, but after all, their only intention is to give you the best results. So completely have faith in them, follow them, and but another advice, don't have two mentors in the same area.
Yes.
That will confuse you because both of them will have different methods.
Different.
Both of them
Yes.
will have different
First
preferences.
practice.
So obviously, if you are working in one specific area, choose one mentor. Don't choose two mentors in the same area. Maybe you can choose another person when you reach some level. But at a time, you don't have two mentors. They will confuse you, and you might not achieve the desired results. But without mentor, your life is hopeless.
Nothing. Yes. So audience will be having this question, why am I asking this? No difference in every podcast. Every podcast you check out, there are this question in every podcast.
Mhm.
Because I want audience to know what is the difference between them, why do we need them, and how can we achieve success because of them.
I give a lot of credit of my success so far. Whatever small or big I have achieved in my life, it is only and only because of my mentors and coaches. I
Yes.
owe them a lot. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been possible. So, God bless them all.
Yeah. So mentor and coaches are there just for us to motivate us, but the inner thing, whatever happens, is it's just us who's putting efforts and who's doing this. Mentor and coach is just supporting us, being with us, that we are there. You just go on. If we have found any errors, we'll correct you. And
I'll
all
give you
inner work is
I'll give
us.
you one example here. Like it is like a car. You're driving a car, but your coach and mentor is like an engine. So
Right.
real power is coming from there, but they are not driving your car.
Yes.
You are in a controlling position.
Beautiful.
So you are the driver.
Mm.
Whatever happens, whether you go with go with a speed or you take a wrong turn or you hit someone or you win the race or whatever, the steering is in your hands. But you need a really beautiful engine to win that race. So your coaches and mentors are that engine in your car.
Great. Beautiful, sir. So, what are the key lessons you have learned as a entrepreneur?
Always be ready to learn new things. Always be open and flexible to adopt new technologies, change with the time. Do not be rigid.
Mm.
Don't feel offended when your competitor is doing better than you. Rather, uh, learn from him, learn from your competition, and understand what he is doing better than you,
Mm.
and what you can change in your systems or in your team or in your practices, so that you can also do better. So be flexible, be open, change with the time, don't be rigid, and do not hesitate to try new things. You never know what is going to work for
Yes.
you. So
How can young entrepreneurs build resilience and confidence?
practice and by making mistakes.
Yes.
If you don't make mistakes, you don't learn.
Yeah.
If you get success after success after success, it builds ego.
Right.
And when you face losses and then you come out of it and then you build something, you become humble.
Yes.
So don't be stiff, be flexible, be humble.
So people think that no, few people think that no, how many times you make the mistakes? You have made one mistake, now you're starting one new mistake. And they think that, so never think like that, because no, you will never know that person can stand above you. I can say the next level. So because of their mistakes, they can vibrate at the highest frequency possible than anyone else because of their mistake.
Don't don't avoid, like, even if you even if you decide to avoid certain mistakes, there are certain occasions where you can hardly avoid those mistakes, and you face losses, and you face setbacks. So if it is here, then you face those setbacks. But yes, the only advice is, whenever you make some mistake, learn from it, grow in your career, take lessons from it, and don't make same mistake twice.
Yeah.
Make a new mistake next time.
Yes.
That is going to teach you something different. But don't make same mistake twice, because if you do that, you are foolish. So learn from your own mistakes, learn from the mistakes of others, and then make your life easy.
What does personal Now, what role does personal branding play in business success?
Branding is very important. You are your own boss, you are your own brand.
Mm.
If some very popular Indian cricketer or very popular Hindi film actor, someone like Shah Rukh Khan or Akshay Kumar or someone, if he becomes my brand ambassador and he publishes my business, or he does the brand endorsement, if it is a different story. But
Yes.
if he is not doing that, which is not possible with most of the businesses, in that situation, who is the brand ambassador? The owner. In my case, I am the brand ambassador.
Mm.
People look at my face, people look at my name, people remember the whole experience they felt when they were working with me. So if that experience is positive, if that experience is genuine, then obviously they will work with me again and again.
Yes.
And if that experience is not very positive, then obviously next time they will go to someone else.
Mm.
So brand and image and personality and value, all these are very important aspects in any business. And when you do this genuinely, then obviously you don't have to take extra efforts for that. Someone who's dealing with you, he feels that emotion. And then obviously it's a vibration to vibration connection.
So now when we talk about relationship and parenting, I want to ask this one question, right? And that is, how can parents raise confident and successful children?
Give them freedom, watch them, obviously watch them what they're doing, If they're doing wrong choices, then guide them, but let them explore the world. Let them make mistakes. Let them try new things. They will fall. They will feel hurt. They will make mistakes. But failure is also important part of our life. We have to teach our children how to face the failures. One failure doesn't end your life. One small failure is not the end of life. Ups and downs, success and failures, that is going to be the part of your life, everyone's life. So we should accept the failure very positively. We should accept the success very gracefully, and be humble. As I always say, if you don't face no's in your life, you are not ready to say face yeses in your life.
So here I want to bring this up when I had seen that our rocking star Yash says that no, if a child falls down and after the child falls down, the child will get up immediately. It's like
Correct.
that.
If child falls down, parents rush to, help him. But let him stand on his own feet. He's capable of doing it.
Yes.
Unless he's badly hurt, he let him play on a raw ground. Let him get his hands and feet dirty. Let him play in the sand. Let him jump in the water. Let that
Yeah,
water go in his nose and mouth. Doesn't matter,
right.
because it's an experience in itself.
Yes. Because we learn from our experiences and
Correct,
people see how much you are experienced.
correct, correct.
Yeah. So the last part of our podcast will be rapid questions. So this is the first podcast that I'm introducing rapid questions. So let's see how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Your first question will be one book that changed your life.
Rich dad, poor dad.
One habit you swear by.
Rising early,
Your definition of success in one sentence.
spreading happiness.
If you could give one piece of advice to to your younger self, what would it be?
Take your life seriously.
A quote you live by.
Uh, quote. Wow. The more you give, the more you will get.
Wow, super amazing, sir. Thank you so much. It was a rapid and thank you so much. It was just amazing.
Thank you. Thank you, Hrudai.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you for
So,
having me.
thank you, sir. So, what would you want to say? Being here with me and being here for 1 hour plus time, and how did it feel for you? And I'll share after you share.
It was a fantastic experience for me, especially when a very young person like Hriday is taking my podcast or interview. He has a long life in front of him, and I'm sure it is going to be a very successful and very positive life. You are a very mature person, Hriday. You have taken life seriously. You know what you want to do in future, and then obviously you are taking your steps. I can see that. So my advices, my support, my blessings, my prayers are always with you. I'm sure you will do great in your life. You will grow and you will achieve newer heights. I see that happening in coming days. So God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir. Tatastu.
Tathastu, tathastu, of course.
Yes. So I felt just mind blowing your knowledge and your wisdom here in this podcast and the rapid questions. I was mind blown and I'm very, very happy. And this made my day.
Thank
Being
you.
honest, being frank from my heart.
Thank you, Hriday. Thank you for
Thank you so
having me.
much.
Thank you for spending time with me. Thank you for
Thank
the
you, sir.
opportunity.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, audience, for being here with me to witness this podcast. Looking forward to meet you in the next podcast. So please do like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon because whenever we go live and when we watch the next podcast, you will get the message from the YouTube. So please do not forget to buy Sir's book, which is in my description. Thank you so much.
Thank you. God bless everyone. God bless you all. Thank you.